Hey, how's it going? My name is Mitali. I'm mostly in the moment, and we're doing a love pick a card reading today. We're looking at what they would like to say to you right now, and we're doing all message cards for this reading, so I'm going really in detail. And for that reason, for this specific love pick a card reading, I would recommend only picking one pile per connection. So that's one pile per connection between two people. You could pick another pile if you would like to check up on another connection. But again, I would only pick one pile per person since it's going to be really detailed. I'd like to give a big thank you and lots of hugs and positive vibes to those that have been giving me a lot of love and support, liking my videos, commenting, sending me lovely messages, encouraging messages. I really appreciate it. I truly can't thank you enough. May you receive a lot of blessings for your kind light and generosity, honestly. It never ceases to amaze me how many good people there are in the world. So with that, let's get started. I'm super excited for this reading, and I think you're going to like it too. Alright, pile number one. Let's look at what the person you're thinking of would like to say to you now. Alright. I'll bring you the stars. Sorry, there's a huge truck that just went by. I don't know if you heard that, and it's also raining. I'll bring you the stars. Oh, okay. Right off the bat. I want to grow together. They're basically saying, I want to give you everything, whatever you wish for, and as big or small as that desire is, that wish is, that goal is, they will work for it, for you, for the connection between the two of you, because they want you to be with them forever. In you, I see the depth of my life's true meaning, because you mean everything to them. I want to protect you from my scars. I feel like they see how much you mean to them, and they don't want anything about themselves to hurt you. What they've done in the past, what they've suffered through, what they may have potentially regret doing to you, to others, you mean so much to them. They just cannot bear you possibly getting hurt by any of these things that they might have done in the past. Okay, I want you. And what do you want? It's like, I want you. Do you want me? Do you want this career goal, this home, this amount of money, this kind of lifestyle? I'll bring it to you, because all I really want is you, and I just want you in my life. I want us to be together forever. And if that means that I have to keep myself from talking too much about myself, and just keep our life focused on you and what you want and your problems and your issues, like, I'm going to try my best to do that, because I want you in my life that bad. I just want you, and whatever you want, I will bring it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll make sure that you live a very privileged, happy life where you don't have to lift a finger, or you're catered to, or you're just spoiled. I just want to spoil you, and I just want you to be happy, because that's all I want. Seeing you happy makes me incredibly happy. Oh my goodness. Give me a chance. I've been telepathically communicating with you. So I feel like they've been kind of putting out there that they want to be with you, like, just give me a chance, like, I feel like they're like talking to you in their minds, like, please, if you just gave me a chance, like, I know I can make you happy. I know I can give you everything you want and need. Like, I just want you in my life. Just please give me a chance. Just let me do this for you. Like, just be in my life. Just be in my life. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's intense right off the bat. I'll bring you the stars. I want to grow together. Wow, okay, so the reunion card in reverse. So I feel like this person already knows who you are. I mean, obviously. Something about like it didn't work out in the past, or they've been waiting patiently for you to get out of a relationship or to want them back, you know, for you to desire them. Because they've been kind of had a crush on you for a long time, or they've been kind of desiring you for a long time, and they've been just kind of waiting for you. I feel like they've been always in the background, always checking up on you, or periodically checking up on you to see if like you're ready. And I feel like they always had this game plan to just kind of give you whatever you want. Like I even feel like this person may like be more submissive towards you, maybe in the bedroom. Maybe they cook for you a lot, whether they're male or female, and they just kind of maybe they give you little gifts. They, you know, in the language of love, like they do it all, you know, acts of service, quality time, a lot of attention and affection. Like this person will like spoil you, and they might have spoiled you in the past, or they're waiting to spoil you. They just want you in their life, and they're like, I'll do anything to get you in my life, to be with you in my life. Okay, and in you I see the depths of my true life's meaning. I want to protect you from my scars. So I feel like they want to talk to you, and they really badly want to express how much you mean to them, but I feel like they keep like holding back because they don't know if telling you everything, being honest about everything, will be the right way to go about it. Because I feel like maybe they feel like things that they've done in the past might be a total turn off to you, or maybe something that might not capture your attention and want you to be like you want to be with them. So they're kind of being like very, very careful because they want to talk to you and tell you how much you mean to them and like why. But I feel like some of the reasons why you mean so much to them may not be something you want to hear. Like it might make you feel bad, like it might make you feel sad about what they went through. And they don't want to feel like they're kind of like getting your attention through pity, you know, but also they don't want to make you sad because maybe I feel like this person may mean a lot to you, or you might care for them somewhat, you know, maybe they're like an old friend, or you know, someone that's just a good person, and you just wouldn't want to see them hurt. You don't want to hear about bad things that happen to them, especially if you were the cause. I feel like you might have hurt this person. For a lot of you, you might have hurt this person really bad, and they want to tell you like how much you mean to them, but they don't want you to feel bad about how much pain you caused them or something. Oh my goodness. This is too intense. This is a really intense one. The Lovers card, which way? In reverse. I feel like either the choice isn't up to them, like the ball was always in your court, like it's always up to you if you want to be with them and you know it, or they know it, or both of you know it, that's like your decision, or they're ready to give you an ultimatum and like put this choice on the table. Maybe they've been your friend for a long time, or they've been kind of playing it cool, kind of playing the long game, and they're ready to like step up to the plate and be like, hey, do you want to be with me or not? Like it hurts too much to not know or to give it a shot. So that's what I'm feeling. Oh my goodness. This is a really like intense feeling I'm getting from this person. They feel very intensely about you. I feel like they want to, it's like they're putting everything they got into this connection and like give like into this chance with you, this opportunity with you. Oh my goodness. I want you. What do you want? 8 and 4 being very like stable, grounded numbers. So they want something very like stable, but something that can grow. The Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Okay. And the 4 of Swords. Okay. So the 2 4s here. They're ready to give this a shot. I feel like they're ready to move forward with this. Because they're in a place right now in their life where they kind of like ready to kind of get into something more stable and something that they can grow in, a relationship that they can grow in. But I feel like they're kind of, they're holding back. Like I feel like they want to say something, but then they hold back and they wait. And this like 8 and 4, like I feel like they don't want to scare you by telling you that they want something stable. They don't want to scare you by telling you how much you mean to them and like what they went through because of you. They don't want to scare you that like they're being so like, they don't want to come off like a doormat and like, oh yeah, like you can walk all over them and they'll just always like be there for you and always like try to do things for you. Always try to be your guardian angel no matter what happens, like no matter how much no matter how much I'm getting abuse you. Ugh, I don't like that word. But like kind of like no matter what you do to this person, they'll always like want to be there for you. And like I keep getting this kind of scared feeling of like I don't want to scare you away from like how much you mean to me, and by saying it I don't want to scare you away by showing you how ready I am for commitment. Oh my goodness. Who is this person? Okay, give me a chance. I've been telepathically communicating with you. So this person has been kind of talking to you in their mind, like kind of like maybe even in the mirror, or like if they're alone in their car driving or something, like practicing what they would say to you if you were there in front of them. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. They're like, no matter what we do in life, we would be happy together and we would be very, very successful together. They keep like feeling like this. They're like, no matter what happens, like if you're in my life, I have everything. Oh my goodness, like just give me a chance. I promise you, you will be happy. You know, we can like whatever kind of life you want. And if you don't want that kind of life again and you want to switch whatever you want, the kind of life you want, I can work with that too. Like they're being very accommodating, almost like a pushover. But I think it's just because this person realizes that like if you were in their life, they will move mountains for you. It's like, it's not even just like a love thing. Like they see that you're just very balanced in your life. Like they don't just love you for your capacity to love. Like they feel like you have a very kind nature. You're a very loving person. You have the ability to be very nurturing and loving towards them. And so they don't just love that part about you, but they also, I just smelled perfume. I don't have any perfume around me. I didn't put any on. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, so it's like, it's not that you just like smell good and that you're, I don't know, I'm getting very hygienic, that you're very, that you take care of yourself. It's not just that. And that you're very kind, you're a sweet person. It's not just that. It's that you're well-rounded. Like you're so good with a lot of things in life. You're, You're smart, you think things through, you have a good head on your shoulders, you're very fair, you can hold a good conversation, and you're very attractive. Like, it's like you got it all going on. That's why they're just like, I promise you, like I think this person, like, it's like recognizes how wonderful, like how awesome you are, and they're just like, if I was with this person, like, we can bring the stars down to earth. Like, we can make wishes come true, make magic happen. Like, I have to be with this person. I feel like it might be a little obsessive, but not like in a scary way. Like, I feel like it's a little bit like they just see you as like kind of like almost like an ultimate person, and it's like worth giving it a shot. They've been in the background for too long, and they want to give it a shot now without scaring you away. I don't think this person will be like overbearing if you say no, but I do think that they will move mountains for you if you say yes. Wow, okay, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please leave a like and comment if it resonated. And you can always pick another pile for another connection with another person if you would like. I hope you have a wonderful day and a week filled with blessings and miracles. Much love and light. Hey, pile number 2. Hope you're doing well. Let's look at what the person you're thinking of would like to say to you now. Okay. I'm afraid of being vulnerable. You're my lighthouse guiding me to shore. So I feel like this person has had problems with telling you the truth and telling you how they really feel, and kind of been holding their emotions back. But you have been the person that's been kind of slowly guiding them. Maybe they've been looking at your posts on social media. They've been hearing how much you've been accomplishing in your life, whether it's small or big. Maybe just watching you and seeing how you're becoming more comfortable with who you are and the life you lead, and following your passions and opening up your emotions, and they're following your lead, honestly, and you're making them feel more comfortable with all those things within themselves. I feel a sense of like admiration for you. Okay, I long for the time when your lips would kiss mine. We tread a path of infinite meaning together. So I feel like this person has always found you attractive, and they always wondered when you guys would cross paths again, or when you guys would be able to be in each other's arms again, and again, when you guys would be able to kiss again. And if they haven't before, they are longing to see you at some point, to kiss you, to talk to you, to... When I say talk to you, I mean like talk about life, like talk about real things. When they say kiss you, I mean like see if there's a spark there, a passion there. Like what would kissing someone like you be like, you know, or remembering, feeling what it would be like to kiss you again, because they remember how good it was, how real it was, how raw it was. I just feel like they find so much meaning with your connection with them. They find so much meaning with their connection to you. And just their kiss is like, I feel like they can describe a kiss with you, or a potential kiss with you, so deeply. Like they could write a poem describing just a kiss with you. Like everything with you has such meaning and depth. I just want you all the time. And I think we should see other people. So I feel like, okay, two things. I'm getting that like they just want you so much all the time that they literally had to pull themselves away to like maybe go see a friend, maybe go see a colleague, maybe go see a family member, because they just want to be with you all the time, all day, all night, all week, all month, you know. They don't want to ever leave bed with you. They don't want to ever leave the house with you. Like, they don't ever want to leave the house when you're home. They just want to be with you all the time. They just want to talk to you all the time. Maybe they want to text you all the time. They want to chat with you all the time. And so it's kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with this person. I think I should take a breather. And then the second thing I got was that in the past, this could be, if this is someone from the past, they could have wanted you so badly all the time. They realized that they were getting so unhealthily obsessed with you, wanting to be with you all the time, maybe a little bit feeling like they were being a bit controlling, or being a bit obsessive, or being a bit unhealthy with you, that they are like, oh, I think we should maybe break up and see other people. They might have been scared because they might have never been like that with anybody, and they were like that with you, and they're like, I don't know why I'm acting like this, you know. And so they got scared that you had such a hold on them, that they were like, okay, I think I have to break up with this person, or I think I have to like stop seeing this person, stop talking to this person, and see other people. But I'm also getting, yeah, that that you're becoming the object of their sole object in their life, and they just felt like they needed to do other things. Okay. And I've been astral projecting to you, or they've been kind of checking up on you, checking up on your social media, maybe going by where you work or where you live, or like trying to they might have been visiting your dreams, whether intentionally or unintentionally, if they know how to, if they don't know how to. I know very few people who know how to actually astral project, so I feel like it's more like, yeah, but they've been kind of like trying to come into your dreams, or kind of walk by where you are, try to check up on you on social media, through friends, telepathically communicate with me. All right, for some of you, very few of you, your person is very spiritually advanced, but and incredible. I feel like this person might have just had like an awakening, a spiritual awakening, or better self-awareness. Maybe they've been diving into their beliefs, or checking up on what soulmates mean, or what divine counterparts, divine connections between people mean, things about like energy, and like, because like the way that I described like how they long for kissing you, like that they can write a poem about it, like how everything between the two of you has so much depth and meaning. I just saw 555. So something changed, changed in their life profoundly, like within them, where they might have changed their beliefs, they might have changed who they were, because you definitely made them become a different person, more themselves, more divine, more connected kind of person. Someone who can understand their more complex emotions, their more complex feelings. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers. I'm afraid of being vulnerable, and you're my lighthouse, guiding me to shore. So I feel like they're confused. These both came out sideways, but okay, we'll leave them sideways. Like, I feel like they couldn't see this connection before, and now that they can, it's kind of one of those things. If you're vibing at like a high level, and you're just kind of living life from that perspective, where you're winning in life, you're feeling good about who you are, you're being your true self, living a life that's true to yourself, and you come across someone, like even if at the time that you guys connected, you guys might have been at the same place, the same vibe, you might have moved on to like a higher vibe, and so this person couldn't like see you anymore. Like they could not understand you it was just kind of like people can only see the truth in the world as much as they can see the truth within themselves. It's like those people who are in denial about certain things in their environment or in the world usually are in denial about something within themselves, right? So in that kind of way, they couldn't really see you for the awesome person that you are, and the kind of like the depth and the complexity to how amazing you are, until they could have opened up to see that within themselves. Okay, sorry, this is getting kind of like it's kind of like all those like kind of movies, like Limitless, when the guy takes the pill and they can see all these things in their environment that they couldn't see before. This is gonna give me away, but my guilty pleasure is like Twilight. Don't hate. And like when she becomes like a vampire, she can like her senses like become heightened. And like Lucy, when she was able to access more of her brain, she was able to see things, and her capabilities, her intuitive abilities, like all expanded like times 100. Like I'm getting that kind of feeling. Like they're like looking around, and it's like they can see, they have like better than 20/20 vision now, It's like how did I not see this before? And it's just like their sight was clouded. Like they actually could not see you for how great you were. It's just because they weren't at that level yet. Wow. Okay. I long for the time when your lips would kiss mine. I feel like they were stuck for a very long time. They couldn't move. They couldn't go anywhere or do anything. Like even if you talked to them and you were telling them like, oh, this might be good for you, you should try to do this more, or try to, I think you would like you might benefit from these kinds of hobbies, or this kind of diet or exercise, or staying away from these kinds of people, or finding an interest in this kind of research, or I don't know, like I think you were dropping a lot of hints to this person of things that might help them, but they just could not get it because I think they were not ready to hear it or see it, and that just made them stuck, and you might have saw it, like they were just like kind of stuck, like they could not get to your level. Okay. Wow, 1111, the happy marriage, happy home card. And now I feel like that they just want to be stuck in a home with you all day, every day. Like they just want to be around you. They want to cook with you. They want to watch a movie with you. They want to work with you. They want to hang out with friends together with you, go out for a walk with you. They just want to spend all day and every day with you. I think they're just so fascinated, and they're just so kind of like, I don't know, interested. Like I feel like there's no more interesting thing, person, place, or thing than you. Like they can just go on hours hanging out with you and not get bored. And they feel like that. They can see it now, and they just want to do that now. Okay, Knight of Swords. Yeah, they kind of want to say that to you. We've been getting a lot of like, well, I did one pile before this, but like a lot of Knight of Swords, King and Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are kind of like opening up their to who they are and finding people who gave them meaning in life. So, interesting. And about this communicating with you telepathically, astral projecting to you. Okay, with the World card. So they're ready to go to this next level with you. I feel like they want to do like crazy things. So if you're a very spiritual person, which you probably are a little bit if you're watching a tarot reading, they want to take the next level with you. They want to expand their spiritual abilities, their intuitive abilities, their spiritual knowledge, their research about truth with you. Like I feel like a little bit like you and them against the world kind of thing, like you and them taking on like a really noble challenge together, or like a really intricate, difficult skill or project together, or just something that would benefit a lot of people, or just something that would just be very interesting to the both of you. Like I feel like they want to do something of that sort with you. It's something unique for the two of you. Three of Swords. Okay. You know how Three of Swords is typically kind of seen as like the heartbreak card, but I don't see that in this one, because here I'm seeing swords in the form of communication, reason, logic, intellect, planning things, and then the number 3 representing growth, creativity, and expression. So I feel like instead of the typical meaning for this card, I'm putting together the number 3 and the swords element to mean that they want to kind of explore something creative with you. Maybe a new endeavor that not many people have tried out before, or not in the way that you have an idea for, or they have the idea for. They kind of want to brainstorm with you, I'm getting, and something that really speaks to your heart. Wow, that's the first time I saw this Three of Swords card like in that sense, like a brainstorm and speaks to your heart. Interesting. Alright, pile 2. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a like and comment. I really truly appreciate it. You can always pick another pile for a connection with someone else if you would like. Besides that, I hope you have a lovely week and a day filled with blessings and miracle, and I wish you much love and light. Hey, pile number 3, I hope you're doing well. Let's look at what your person would like to say to you right now. We wished upon the same star. I never expected it to be you. I don't know if you noticed when I was reading this, I'm like, we wished upon the same star. Like I said, we wished twice. Like I did a double take. Kind of like they didn't expect it to be you. Like they looked at you and then they kept moving forward, and they're like, oh wait, that's the person I'm meant to be with. Like they just kind of like, I'm getting like they have like whiplash because they turn their head back so fast. I'm getting turned the car around so fast, turned the direction of their life around so fast, because they're realizing now that you both have the same wishes in life, the same goals in life, that you guys are so very much alike. And they're like, how did I not see this before? Okay, we can build something special together. I was wrong, I can tell. Yeah, kind of continuing with that kind of message where they just kind of like, wow, we can do something amazing together. Like, we wished upon the same star. Like, we want the same thing. Like, even though this thing that we want is so crazy or so big or so it's kind of like a legacy, so it's something that's so long lasting, something that's like grand, something that's like, you know, pretty challenging to take on. I'm getting, for some of you, it could be like creating a family together, creating a business together, creating a charity together, creating a home together, creating like maybe a retirement together, like taking a risk financially together, maybe buying like a boat or something together, traveling around the world together, something like big, something that would take a long time and take a lot of energy and effort from both parties, but like, you guys, it's something that you would both have to want really, really badly to see it through, kind of thing, you know. So you'd have to find the right match, and they're like, I can't believe I didn't see that, it was you. You know, I've met a lot of people along the way, you know, friends, romantic relationships, potential partners in this endeavor, and it was you. It was you the entire time. Like, how I thought it wouldn't be you. I can't believe I was wrong. I guess what I'm getting. I need more time. I never imagined so much perfection. So again, this feeling of like, I feel like this person just figured this out, and that's why I got this like whiplash kind of feeling, because it was kind of like they were just kind of moving full speed ahead, not expecting to see you again or to connect with you again, or you know, they had other plans in their life, and then they just like full stop and like you know, made a really, really sharp turn back to you because they just figured out that it was you. And because of this, because this is very, very recent development, especially for this pile, this is something that they just realized or figured out. They need a little bit of time to kind of wrap their heads around it, because they never expected it. They're kind of surprised. I'm still getting like they're in the surprise phase, and can't believe they're wrong phase, and then kind of dreaming of what you can build together phase. And like, now that they know who they can build this with, they're like imagining it a lot, like daydreaming about it a lot, like specifically with you in the picture. Like, if they're daydreaming or dreaming about this goal that you both have, they're picturing you in it. You know, before it might have been someone else, or before it might have been just them when they're dreaming about the stuff, but now you're in the picture, and it's kind of completing that vision for them, that dream, that goal for them. It's like, oh, like they can add this to our something special we're building together, our dream. Like, they can add this to it, like, oh, that's why they're the perfect partner, because they're good at this, this, and this, and I'm good at this, this, and this, and like together we can make it happen. Like, how did I not see this before? I keep getting this kind of like crazy amazement. Like, they're still in that kind of like wonderment and like astonished phase. Sorry if you hear my neighbor kind of singing. And then also, I left the porch door open, and it's raining outside. So you're not actually hearing someone singing in the shower, but with the two separate background noises combined, it kind of sounds like that. I'm getting that maybe like this person might have just like had like a eureka moment while they're in the shower. It's interesting. I was actually talking to someone about this recently, like how they're like, oh yeah, I get ideas for, like, they write music. Like, I get ideas for music when I'm in the shower, or just before I go to sleep, or right when I wake up, or if I'm just like taking a nature stroll or something like that, I'm like, yeah, it's because like those are the times that you're naturally relaxed. And I was kind of explaining like, yeah, like that's when you're kind of more connected to your intuition, and your creative energy is a divine force, which you can also channel when you're in more relaxed states. You get more messages when you're relaxed state. So you get better intuition, you get better creative ideas, divine ideas, and advice from your higher self about what the best next step in your life is when you're in a more relaxed state, like meditation or going for nature walks or listening to your favorite music or taking a bath, or when you're going to sleep, when you're waking up, or taking a shower. So I'm getting like they might be more relaxed. I feel like they might have been just so stressed out before, that now that they started relaxing, that's when their intuition was like, oh, this person is the person for you. So I feel like your person may have just been going through something really stressful. Maybe they had a really stressful relationship or stressful situation going on with family or their health or work, and I feel like they kind of just finally started coming out of that stressful situation, and that's when their intuition started pinging them, telling them that you're the one. All right, this is exciting. I've been sending you messages in 5D, and my nerves have been getting the best of me. Yeah, so again, I'm getting that message, like my nerves have been getting the best of me. It's like, yeah, I'm realized, like I feel like they're just getting out of a stressful situation, and so now that they're kind of being more relaxed, they're kind of trying to communicate with you telepathically more. I feel letting you know that they would like to talk to you, or you might be getting more signs of synchronicities, more songs relating to this person, because they've been finally opening up to their higher selves, their spirit team, energies, the universe, the higher power more. And when they're connecting to the more divine aspects of themselves more, they're also able to connect with you, their divine counterpart. Wow. So for this group, pile number 3, this is your divine counterpart that's getting not a rude awakening, a very beautiful awakening. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. Okay, we wished upon the same star. I never expected it to be you. So yeah, they came out of this cloud, this kind of gray cloud that was obstructing their clarity in regards to you in the situation. They're realizing that you've been kind of patiently waiting for them to finally get it. Oh my goodness. Page of Wands in reverse and Ace of Cups. I feel like they didn't start anything in regards to this connection in the past because they were so unaware. They just could not see it. And now that they do, and I think it really, really appeals to them that you've been kind of like staying at a really positive vibe, high vibe, and patiently waiting. They want to offer you the Ace of Cups. They want to offer you a romantic opportunity, send you a romantic gesture, a romantic message, a flirty message, a compliment, a love-filled message. we can build something together, special together. I could tell I was wrong. So I even though they need more time, I feel like because you've been so like patient with this person, and maybe just patient with yourself for finding the right person, they want to be able to offer you something, but they know that they can't just kind of dive into this right away. But they want to at least admit that they were wrong, and that they realize that you're the person that they can work with and do amazing things with, great things with. I'm getting that they're realizing that what they thought that they had more than you was actually wrong. Like, they might have thought they had more money than you, that they were smarter than you, that they were healthier, better looking than you, that that anyone was lucky to be with them, that they had it going on, and that they could find someone better, or that they can find someone that checked out all of their boxes or whatever. And then they're realizing, like, oh my goodness, such an idiot. They were here in front of me all along, and here I was thinking I was all that and then some. Like, I'm not feeling guilt. I feel like this person might have like a bit of confidence. They worked hard for who they are. If they look good, they worked hard for it. They might work out a lot, or they spend time and money on their appearance. If they have a lot of money, it's because they worked for it. I feel like however they feel about themselves, their self-image, who they are, what they've built is for a reason. But they're realizing that, like, that's not all that's worthy in a person and of a person. So they're realizing that, like, you were the other half, that you have so much wealth in things that they don't, and they're admiring you so much for it. They're like, okay, like, they look so sexy and beautiful in ways that's very unique to them. It might be the opposite of what they're usually attracted to, but they can't deny that they're very, very attracted to you, even though they feel like, oh, they're not my usual type, or they, I don't know why I didn't, like, It was just like they're discovering your beauty inside and out. Maybe they had a lot of importance on, like, how you dress yourself and how you carry yourself and what you drive in, what you live in, and they're seeing, like, this whole other world open up to them of so much beauty in like it's not just like a world of beauty that they did not understand or could not see before, but like the depth of beauty, the amount of beauty, like the substantial amount of beauty you hold in so many different ways that they could not see before, because they're kind of in a more physical minded place. And it's just like they're becoming more and more attracted to you in so many different ways, because they're opening up to their complex feelings and emotions and abilities that they were not in touch with before. So I'm getting this person's like just awakened or just realized this, and it's overwhelming a little bit, and so they kind of want to reach out, maybe offer you something a little bit, something sweet, but it's just very magical and overwhelming. You're kind of blowing them away. So that's why they need some time, because you are perfection. Here we go. The Libra card. Yeah, just so smart in a way that like they've never seen other people be smart and witty and intelligent and know things about things that like they had no idea existed or no idea they were so interested in before. And just well balanced, you have a good head on your shoulders, but you also can fight a good fight, hold interesting conversations while still looking really good, very, very practical, but like can also can carry off a luxurious lifestyle at the same time. It's like you can, like, you're very like, this and that and the other thing as well, and they just cannot get over how perfectly you're becoming like godly in their eyes, and they're gonna need a second to lift that jaw up off the floor. Yeah, they're realizing how much you've done, and they before they thought like they did so much and that they could probably not see like the things that you've done in your life, like it's like behind the scenes work, but they're realizing it now, and they're just kind of in awe over you and what you've done in your past and what you've accomplished and how far you've come, and like things that they were not aware of or wouldn't have thought of as accomplishments before. Like they're realizing and understanding all of this kind of now. Yeah, I feel like they're sending you messages, I'm also getting the nerves part. It's like they're kind of nervous around you now. They're like, they're like, they kind of thought that they were like the best or so great, and then now they're like feeling inferior to you, or like kind of feeling like equal to you, or like unworthy of you, or that you're like so much better than they could have ever imagined, so much better than them, and they're just kind of like, I feel like they're just kind of standing at the door, kind of like, should I come in or should I just say that I was saying hi and then walk away? Like, it's like they haven't felt this person is usually more like really confident, so it's like they're not usually put in this position. They don't usually feel this way where they're nervous around someone, it's usually people who are nervous around them, so they're kind of like, what is this feeling? Okay, King of Pentacles, wow, with the Queen of Pentacles right there, Three of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this person might be kind of feeling a little bit nervous because they might have been in a long-term relationship. They might have just got out of a marriage or something serious. Maybe they were dating around after they've known you. Maybe they feel like, they're embarrassed of their friends, or the people they hang out with, or the person that they were. They don't know what they can offer you or what they can say to you, because it's like, oh my goodness, like I was in this relationship when they knew me. Like they like, now they're feeling embarrassed of like their past partner, or the fact that you might know about their past partner, or the friends that they used to hang out with, and they're kind of like being embarrassed, like they're getting embarrassed because they're like, wow, like some of these people that I've dated in the past or used to hang out in the past, like that of, like might represent me, and like, or they might think like that's who I am, and like I feel like I'm like growing now as a person, and they're becoming a little bit more embarrassed and kind of feeling like, oh my god, these people that were in my life and they know about it, they know that I was with this person, or that I hung out with people like this, like, oh no, I'm a different person now, like what do I, like how do I, like they're trying to be their true self, like the new version of themselves, but they don't know how to do it yet. They don't know how to completely be that person, so they need more time. You're intimidating them a little bit, a lot of it, I would say. Yeah, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please leave a like and a comment. And you can always pick another pile for a different connection if you like. And with that said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a week filled with blessings and miracles. I wish you so much love and light. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing pile number 4 here. Hope you're doing well. Let's look at what the person you're thinking of would want to say to you. I'm afraid I made a mess of things. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I feel immediately this person has a lot of regret, remorse. They feel like they messed things up and they want to apologize. I feel like this person recognizes this if they didn't recognize it before, because I feel like they made a mess because they didn't realize what they were doing was messing things up with someone that they potentially could end up with or want to be with later. So they feel like, oh my goodness, like I can't believe I did all this stuff in the past. Not knowing that like I could end up with this person and that I would like this person again, or that I had a chance with this person, and look what I did to mess it all up. Like, oh, what am I gonna do? I could start with sorry, but is that gonna cover it? I don't know yet. I need to know how deeply you care. Our fate is to create an unforgettable story. So I feel like they are sorry that they kind of effed things up between the two of you in the past, or if this is someone new that like that they were kind of, maybe they were kind of a player, or they were kind of someone who dated a lot and didn't care about people's feelings. They might have hurt your feelings, or they might feel bad that they come off kind of not like a person that could handle a stable relationship. So they feel sorry about that. Maybe they were kind of rude, or they kind of didn't treat you fairly. And now they're realizing that they messed up. And they kind of need to know now if like you still really, really care about them, or if you care, like, you care as deeply as you did back then, or if you care as much as they care about you now, or because I feel like they kind of want like an exciting life, and they're willing to give you a shot and go through with this. Oh my goodness, why am I saying it that way? Like I don't know why this person's like, I'm not feeling the best vibes, because I feel like they're kind of like, they're like, okay, like if you care a lot about me, then yeah, I'll give this a shot. Like, sorry for what I did in the past. I was rude. I didn't care about you as much as you might have. Like, I wasn't interested in you as much as you were interested in me. I didn't care about you as much as you cared about me. But they kind of see you as someone that's like really exciting, and that can have a like exciting relationship with. So they're like, yeah, I'll take a chance on a relationship with you if you promise not to. Like, I feel like this person doesn't usually get into relationships, or like doesn't care to be in a serious relationship right now. But they're like, I'm gonna feel you out, and if I think you're not gonna break my heart or do something stupid, like I might give you a shot. And this seems like exciting. So I don't know, I'm getting that kind of vibe from this person. I don't want to lose you. Ego. Yeah, 100%. So I feel like this person is kind of like being very, very surface level. Like, they're afraid of getting hurt in a relationship, so they're kind of wanting to know, like, oh, will you care about me enough and love me enough where like this is worth doing? So this person like is kind of like not so brave. Because to love someone, you have to be incredibly brave. It's one of the bravest things that human beings can do. It is the bravest thing a human can do. Because then you're putting yourself up to be that vulnerable, to be hurt that bad, you know? So this person is like maybe a little bit weak a bit in their emotions, because they're like, oh, I'll get into a relationship with you only if I know that like you actually love me that much, you know. And like, you know, like this seems like a very exciting, like they're kind of want to be in a relationship with you because they feel like you're a very like fun person to be around, that they'll never be bored with you, that you always have interesting things to do, you might have interesting friends, you might already have interesting life and interesting like hobbies and job or something like that. So be careful of this person, because they're not strong enough emotionally and spiritually. They're not really spiritually mature enough to handle a very divine, balanced, stable connection. I mean, they have the potential to grow into that, and maybe you're in the same place so like you guys can grow together, but ultimately yeah, this person is not like they might be someone like if you're doing really well, like they'll drag you down, so be careful. You influence me in ways that no one ever has. I do want to make things right with you. Give me that opportunity. So I think, yeah, they definitely, you definitely influence them. Like you definitely, I feel like you might have like an influencer vibe, like the way you dress, the way you handle yourself, the way you carry a conversation, like the kind of work that you do, the presence that you have. Like you definitely show a lot of strength and confidence and courage, and this person sees that. Maybe you've gained confidence and you've become more yourself, and you've gained your power, you know, like you've strengthened yourself somehow. And this person sees that now, and they're like attracted to you for it. But like I feel like this person is kind of still like low vibe, or not at the level that you are at. So they have the potential to kind of maybe drag you down because they might feel bad about if they're not feeling good about themselves and they're not feeling confident. They definitely are gonna maybe like they might like make jabs at you if you are doing something confident, or if they're not happy with their life, they might like pester you about it and take it out on you. So like be careful with this person. If this is like someone that you've been with in the past, this might be like another cycle that you guys go through if you guys do come together in some sort of physical union. So be careful, because if you've been doing well, this person might notice that and that might be the reason they want to be with you. But they're not at that place energetically to hold a very balanced connection with someone, because they don't have that within themselves at this point. Okay, the Six of Cups, the Union card in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles, the start of something, the start of a relationship. So I'm still getting that vibe. Like, I'm sorry if you like this person, but like they're not good enough for you yet. Or maybe this is just a phase. Maybe they just got out of something, so they're not in their best form at this point. But I would definitely play it by ear with this person, because Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this came out in hand when a card like stays in my, like, you know, flips over in my hand while I'm shuffling. It kind of means that they're holding their cards close to their chest. Like they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you what. they're not ready to start something with you, or they're not ready. So this might have been like an accidental meeting. Like you might have accidentally bumped into this person, or they might have accidentally found you again, or I don't know, you guys have somehow connected. But they're not ready to start a relationship with you or a friendship with you or anything really, for that matter. And they know this. But they're not going to tell you, because they kind of want a new adventure, and that's who you are to them. You're a new adventure, and they're taking advantage of the situation. Like they're taking this opportunity. They might have seen you in passing. They might have scrolled past your text and decided to text you again, or saw you on social media, saw that you like were in the similar area that they're in, or like, you know, talk to someone like a mutual friend or something, and they happen to see you, and they're like, oh, I wonder what this person is up to. Oh, they're doing well. And they know full well, like this person just got out of a serious relationship, or they're dating around. They don't get into serious relationships. They're not that kind of person, or they're not ready for that, and they know it. But they want something interesting and fun in their life right now, and you're doing well, and you seem interesting. You're looking good. Other people are noticing that you're looking good, so they're gonna take a chance on you, and like, so keep that in mind, okay? Okay, I need to know how deeply you care. Our fate is to create an unforgettable story. This is pointing towards the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like they're going to say whatever they can say. They're going to be a smooth talker. They're going to tell you things just to maybe like this, just to get into bed with you, like to, you know, this person, they might know exactly what to say to you know, get you to trust them, or they know what they're doing is sketch. Yeah, they're playing the game. They might be lying to themselves. They might not even realize that they're being fake. Like, oh yeah, I want to be in a relationship. Like, I can do that. Like, yeah, I want to be with you. But they don't realize that they're not actually ready for a relationship, or that, like, you know, maybe they're not ready for someone like you. But they're gonna be smooth talking. They're gonna say whatever they have to say to kind of get you to be with them or something. They want to win. They want to do whatever they can to get what they want. Whether it's a relationship, or whether it's just a sexual relationship, or whether it's like to make them feel good about themselves, or to get like an exciting adventure, because this person is not ready for a relationship on the real. But they might be lying to themselves, or they might be lying to you, or they might be just kind of think they can handle this, and like, I don't know, like, this is not, they're kind of stuck, and they're hoping that meeting up with you, or being in a relationship with you, or hanging out with you will help them be unstuck. Yeah, I don't know. Whether this person intentionally wants to use you, or like unintentionally, like, yeah, they're kind of excuse me. Okay, the star. I feel like they don't have direction in their life, and they don't know what to do next in their life, and they're kind of like, they're gonna drag you down, because if you do and you're on that path, this might be like a karmic situation, this person you're thinking of, or there might be, you know, this might be a cycle that you go through with someone to realize that, like, you know, not to be with someone like this, or not to be with someone when they're not ready. I do see some sort of lesson in this person, or this, I don't know. So whether you learn it before they reach out, or as they reach out, or when you're halfway through the relationship, or after the relationship ends. Like, that's a teachable moment. This person. And it might be a cycle. If this ends up being your person that you end up being with, like, there's cycles ahead. There's definitely cycles of learning ahead. You influenced me in ways that no one ever has. Yeah, you definitely come off very, very attractive to this person. I feel like this person's maybe tired. Maybe they went on dates. Maybe they're tired. They are still tired from their last relationship, or they're tired of who they're with right now. So they'd rather be with someone who gives them life and energy. So I don't know if you're gonna take this the right way or the wrong way, but yeah, this person can't really offer you anything because they're not in a place to offer you anything. They don't really have many dreams or goals, or, you know, they're kind of stuck in their life. They don't really have magic going on. They can't really offer you anything. Yeah. So my advice is just maybe try to get the lesson out of this person before having to go through an experience that you could probably avoid. All right. And move on to the next cycle. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If it resonated, please leave a like and or a comment. You can always pick another pile to check out another connection with someone else. And I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. I hope you have a week filled with blessings and miracles, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace. Hey, how's it going? This is pile number 5. Hope you're doing well. Let's look at what the person you're thinking of would like to say to you right now. You found me when no one else could see me. I need to take this slow. So immediately I'm finding that this person is recognizing that you saw them as someone special when they couldn't even see that in themselves, when no one else was in their corner to support them, to love them, to take the time to understand them. And they need to take this slow. I feel like this person may have not recognized your importance in the past, or the level of importance of your connection with them. And so, you know, if they felt like you were someone who is just someone who might have been obsessing over them, or just had a crush on them, or, you know, made this connection out to be more than it seemed, like, they might need some time to get over the fact that, like, it wasn't an obsession thing. It was a deep, energetic, and spiritual connection thing. And they're recognizing that now, and they're looking back in the past and they're realizing that all these little things that weren't so little, they mean a great deal. You know, to have someone who's like, yeah, you can call me anytime, when no one else in their life, even if they know, like, you know, 50, 100 people that they talk to on a regular basis, and no one ever said that. 10 people that they hang out with every week, no one ever said that. People they dated and went out with since you've known them, no one ever said that. So they're like kind of wrapping their head around this, and they need their time to kind of think about that, you know. Say you want me for a lifetime. You made my life a waking dream. Yeah, so I feel like this is a very big revelation. I'm getting the word revelation. Because I'm getting this, like, my heart is hurting. And so I feel like they're having, like, such heart aches. The heart is, like, aching for you. Like, I feel like, I think this is a heart chakra opening. Like, I think they're understanding love on a deeper level because of what you've done for them in the past that they might have dismissed. And they realizing that they want someone like you in their life forever. Not someone like you. And they're realizing how, I don't know, you're making them dream, and you're expanding their heart. You help them expand and open up their heart chakra. Like, my heart is literally hurting right now. So I'm getting like it happened very rapidly, and it happened like, expanded a lot. So it's like they're realizing the amazing life that they can have with you, and you're making them daydream and fantasize on a level that they'd never had before with anyone else, even by themselves, just following their own dreams. Like, you've kind of, it's like kind of blew up their world, their imagination, their connection to other things, to life, and to love. Like, I think they didn't understand their capacity to love, and it's just, like, opened up so much that they're loving everything right now, and they're just dreaming a lot. They have so much love for you, they have so much love for life, they have so much love for their cup of coffee in the morning. They're just, like, exuding love like crazy, because I feel like their heart chakra just kind of, like, exploded, and you helped them with that. And this is quite overwhelming for them. I feel like they might be, so this, I've had this happen. This has come out in personal readings a lot, where if someone's heart chakra expands that much that quickly, they have this kind of stage of euphoria where they're just kind of going to be gushing love for quite some time until they kind of balance out. So they might be, like, overly emotional, which is why they might need to take this slow. This is someone who might have been more masculine in their energy, whether they're male or female. They might have been, if they're female, they might have been just kind of someone who focused so much on their job. Same with male. So whether they're male or female, they might have been someone who just kind of focused on their job too much, on their finances, you know, only kept people in their life that, like, made them look good, you know, people that they were supposed to be with in relationships, like, who other people around them, their friends and family and society, expected them to do with their life, be with in their life. So it's this is too overwhelming. Like, I feel like they're, like, watching, like, cute baby animal videos on YouTube or something. Like, it's just, I'm keep rubbing my forehead, like, oh my god, this is so much. I feel like they're crying a lot. They might have never cried a lot in their life, and they're just, like, crying for, like, 3 days straight, and they're just like, what is going on? Like, I need to figure this out. Whether they're male or female, like, seriously, like, they just opened up their emotions in a way they never have. Wow. Ace of Cups. I still don't have all the answers. Yeah, see? Yeah, the Ace of Cups is usually depicted with an overflowing cup, overflowing cup of water. A cup overflowing with water. I don't know why I said that so weird. Anyway, they're overflowing with love. They're overflowing with emotion right now. So they might have just had a spiritual awakening, but for this person, I feel like it was more on a emotional level. So they might be looking back. It might be something, they might have just healed a block with a parent or family member. Someone who passed away that they loved a lot, a friend or whoever. It could be an animal, but I feel like that's like for one person. Like they blocked this grief off for a very long time. They kind of pushed it down for a very, very long time, and they kind of just released it and like grieved whoever passed away, or grieved whatever, you know. It might be a friend that they don't talk to anymore, a situation that they went through when they were younger, something that was very heartbreaking and hard to handle, and they just kind of never really looked back at it or really fully completely healed it. And because they had this healing, I don't know, like all sorts. They might have been on like a healing streak. They might have healed one thing after another. It's like, you know, a lot of people are scared of feeling their emotions because they feel like they're going to be stuck in that really dark, deep emotion for a very long time. And if you don't have practice with this, I mean, always, you know, I always recommend going to a professional, a therapist or psychiatrist or some sort, or someone of the sort. But you know, if it's something that you feel like you can handle yourself, once you start, if you're someone who like never really healed past wounds, like think about things like, oh yeah, that really difficult time I had with that person in school, you know, who I was when I was younger, all the things that I had to go through every single emotions and go through everything tough that you've ever been through, and like really heal it. And you realize that like it takes maybe 5-10 minutes to feel through that really like difficult emotion. Maybe half a day at most, a whole day at most, if it's something really, really tough. But then once you allow yourself to feel through it, it's cleared and you feel so much better. And then you're willing to look at other issues. So this person has been doing that. Just a heads up. So they're really emotional. They're opening up. They're watching like Green Mile. They're just crying, you know. Let me know if you have a movie that makes you cry. So you could go to cry movie. I don't know. I can't watch the same movies again. I can't, because I know what's going to happen. But you know, maybe recommend some to other people. Good movies. Oh yeah, there was a good spiritual. I have a few good spiritual movies that made me cry recently. Not recently, but like within the past year. I forget it, but if I remember, I'll like post it. I'm situating this karmic situation. What the heck is that noise? It sounds like a jackhammer. I know it's not, but it sounds like a jackhammer. I've looked into tarot readings. Wow. Okay. So with the whole jackhammers sound, I feel like this person has been literally like hammering away at all like the tough, like the built up shield that's been like, you know, the built up armor that they've been adding on to over years and years and years. So that's why they're like, I need to take it slow with you, because I'm realizing that you have been there when no one else was for me. Like you were actually someone who actually genuinely cared about me, genuinely wanted the best for me, and I couldn't see that before, and I can see that now. So but that's just they're just getting a sneak peek. They're just getting like a hint of what is underneath this armor that they built, the person that they really are, who they really are, their emotional side, who they actually love, what they actually love about themselves, what their passions are in life, who actually loves them, and who they actually love. So it's kind of so they might, if they come to you, I swear, if they come to you, they're probably going to be like offering you like very romantic things, Ace of Cups, but just be aware that you might want to take it slow, because they're uncovering minefield of things that they need to heal. So one of which could be a karmic situation. So I'm getting so many karmic situations. So a lot of things they needed to learn lessons from, but they never really took the time to look back and be like, hey, what did I learn from this relationship or this awful experience or trauma? Like, so there's a lot of understanding themselves and what life has, things in life that they didn't really take time to like understand, see in a higher perspective. So that's a lot of going on. And if they're looking into tarot readings, they might be looking at astrology or horoscopes, or just typical awakening, spiritual awakening topics like near-death experiences, or something in the metaphysical theories, numerology, or UFOs, or archangels, ascended masters, their higher self, and tarot card readings, lucid dreaming, astral projecting. There's even more occult and esoteric spiritual topics that are lesser known or less popular. But yeah, there's a wealth of knowledge out there in this sense. So as they're opening up their emotions and their energies and their connection to the divine, their connection to energies, and their connection to everything around them, because that's what spirituality basically is, the fact that we're all connected. They're learning a lot. They're learning a lot from things that they've already been through. Okay, so we haven't even got to the clarifiers yet. Let's see. I need to take this slow. You found me when no one else could. So I have a feeling that this tarot, like, they might see this the same exact tarot reading or something similar, because I feel very strongly that they just want you to know what's going on with them. Like, it's very important that you know, and I feel like that's why I spent a lot of time here just explaining what they're going through, because I feel like they want you to know that it's not a small thing. And if they come to you with a romantic offer that's like, too big a gesture, too big a romantic gesture, overly romantic, that maybe you need to be the one who's got your emotions under control, because they're opening up their emotions for the first time, and it's going to take them a while until their emotions balance out. This is someone, like, for example, if you're known about the twin flame journey, or the spiritual journey, like someone who just found out about it, and they're like just kind of like, when someone just finds out about the spiritual journey, or just had their spiritual awakening, or just found out about their twin flame journey, or however you see this, they're kind of a little out there. Okay, King of Pentacles, and this came up in my hand, and when that happens, it means that they're keeping their cards close to their chest. Like, I kept this feeling of like nose whistling. I kept hearing that. I don't know if something is rubbing against the table or something. This like their nose whistling kind of thing. I feel like they're like overly excited, and they're definitely not ready to, like, I think they're looking at with such rosy glasses that they're delusional a little bit. This is when, like, all the colors in life become more vibrant. You start getting signs, synchronicities, from the universe, and you're just kind of high on life. So this person is in no way, shape, or form ready to be in a relationship, ready to start a new career, ready to like do anything in the material world, in the physical world, because they're too, this person might not even, they might like stop going to work for a while, or take some vacation days, or maybe get out of a relationship, or maybe be wanting to jump into a relationship. Their beliefs about money might be changing, or I don't know. It's like kind of like you go crazy, right? When you just find out about the spiritual stuff and you just kind of like go overboard. Like this person's going overboard. Not everyone does, but this person's going overboard. Okay. I feel like they're kind of super laser focused on you. Like you are their one pursuit and goal in life right now. They don't care about money anymore. They don't care about the job anymore. They don't care about their other relationships anymore. This is kind of cray. Like you might. This is what I was afraid of. Oof. King and Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Swords here. They're not gonna listen to what you have to say, even if you have a good understanding of what's going on, how you can help this person. Yeah, this person might want to just like jump into a relationship with you, and like they're kind of delusional and kind of crazy right now. So they're not ready for this, even though they might think they are. Okay. You might get excited and you might want to jump on, the crazy train with them, but like I feel like you know better. But they're not listening to you. You're kind of nervous that like you might not have this chance again with them if you turn them away now. I don't know. Crazy things are happening right now. Okay. I'm getting really a lot of stress, that you might get a lot of stress around this situation, because you're like, oh, I want to be with this person, but it's just like, but I'm not in this way. Like I know what they're going through, and not in this way. Yeah, well, look at all these cards. They're all coming out in reverse. Oh my goodness. Like this isn't the way that you wanted to start. Are you kidding me? Another reverse card. Like things are definitely changing. Like maybe they went through a great change, maybe you went through a great change, but this is not how you want this to start, and you know it, because like they don't have all the answers yet. They don't know how to really fully go at this connection with you yet. Like they're still finding things out. They're like falling madly deeply in love with you, but to the point where they can't think clearly, so you have to do the thinking for them. You have to be the bigger person, even though you just want to kind of jump into this kind of fantastical crazy dream of a life, but like that's not the best way to start this. Oh my gosh, did you see that? It just flipped here. Oh my goodness. This is the challenge, for you. It's like, do I go forward with this, or do I the Tower? You see that? I don't know, your decision. It's not I feel like it's not a good or a bad surprise. It's just a surprise. You're like, oh, great, a new start. They went through a lot of change. I went through a lot of change. They want a relationship with me, but maybe not in this way. But maybe it's fun. Maybe it'll be nice to kind of join in on this crazy happiness right now. For some of you, it's going to be like kind of like, why not enjoy the moment? And some of you are going to be like, I don't feel right about, you know, where they are. For some of you, it might be nice to just kind of go into this kind of honeymoon phase bubble. For others of you, you kind of will understand that your person is not in the right place. They'll need to calm down their energies before being able to handle a stable relationship. So, I mean, it's your call. Not good, not bad, either way. It's neutral. So, play it by ear, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please leave a like or comment if this resonated. You can always check out another pile if you want to check out a connection with another person. And besides that, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a week filled with blessings and miracles. And I wish you so much love, light, and peace. Hey, how's it going? Pile number 6. I hope you're having a great day so far. All right. Let's see how your person will communicate to you, if they could communicate to you right now, what they want to say to you right now. Please forgive me. In a season, reason, or lifetime of love, you're my eternity. I feel like this person is saying to you, like, I'm sorry, like, please forgive me. Like, no matter what happens in this lifetime, no matter what has happened in the past and what will happen in the future, you mean so much to me. Like, you gave me such importance in my life, meaning in my life, reason in my life, purpose in my life, understanding in my life, love in my life. And nothing will ever change that. That will live on for eternity. Because on the other side, there's no time, or not in the way that we think. So yeah, you've been really, really important to this person, whether you just met them for a very short time or a very long time, and if you're going to be in each other's lives again or not, like, they want you to know. They want you to know. Somewhere in time, I will find you and love you again. So yeah, this feeling of like, whether it's in this lifetime or another lifetime, like, I will find you. Don't worry. Like, your soul and my soul have an important connection. We're meant to do things, you know, whether it's in this lifetime or another. And that's why our meeting or our energetic connection in this lifetime means more than I'm letting on. Not never, but not now. Okay, so this message has come up like a few times already for this pile. So it's kind of like maybe in the future or maybe in another lifetime. So be aware, pile number 6, like, this is just someone that may not come back in your life again, and you'll have to accept that. You know, it's like let them go free, and if they were yours, they'll come back. Wait, that's not how that goes. Yeah, set them free, and if they come back, they were always yours, and if they don't, they were never yours. Something. I'm butchering sayings today. I don't know. But yeah, that definitely kind of like in this situation, it's kind of like accept all realities, accept all outcomes. And that way, you're accepting this connection for what it is, you know? You're telling the divine, it's like, okay, whatever is for my highest best good, whatever is for their highest best good, and our mutual highest best good. Like, whatever that is, I accept it. So if they don't ever come back in my life again, I accept that that wasn't meant for us in this lifetime. It wasn't good for either one of us. But if they do, then it is, you know, and accepting that whatever may come will come. Whatever happens in your life is for your highest and best good. Will bring in the people, places, and things, opportunities, and abundance that is for your highest and best good. So if you keep that mantra, whatever happens in my life is for my highest and best good, it will always continue to be for your highest and best good. You are wrong. I think so, yes. Yeah, so I feel like this person, their physical self, their mind is saying, you're wrong. You're wrong for me. You're wrong whatever in the last conversation that you had before. They're like, no, this person, you're wrong. You're wrong for me. You're wrong in that last situation that happened between us. Sometimes they waver and they're like, oh, was I wrong? Were they wrong? Like, actually, like, were they actually wrong for me? And they're like, yeah. So, like, even if they had, like, doubts about whether they want to be with you or not, like, this person right now really, really strongly feels that you're not right for them, that they're not meant to be with you right now. And even when they second doubt it or think about it again, they're like, no, I made the right choice. I made the right call. So just be aware with this person specifically that you're thinking about. They, their soul may feel like you're connected in a strong and profound way. You might be soulmates in the sense that, like, you've had other lifetimes together or may have other potential lifetimes together. And in their, like, emotions, they might feel like, oh, well, maybe in the future, if things don't work out with another person, or if things change for me and them, like, maybe I can't rule it out completely, but in the physical right now, they'll just be like, no, you're wrong, like, you're wrong for me. You're wrong in that fight that we had, discussion that we had. The way that you view life is wrong, or the way that you're going about things is wrong. Like, I don't think, like they strongly feel like, I don't know. Maybe you accuse them of cheating, and they're like, no, you're wrong, but they did. Or maybe you cheated on them, and they're like, you were in the wrong, and I don't know if I can forgive you. But I feel like they're the ones who might regret it later, that they passed up on this opportunity to be with you. That's why they're having a little bit of doubt. That's why I'm thinking this might reappear later on in life or in another lifetime. Their soul is actually asking for forgiveness, but physically they're just like, no, like, hand to the face, like, no. I've thought about taking a trip with you. I have a gift for you. What is this person up to? I'm getting this is the future. So for a lot of you, they're gonna think about, like, seeing you in the future again. Maybe taking, like, a weekend trip. I'm getting, like, this person might, like, think about hooking up with you in the future again. Maybe you guys have, like, that feeling that you might meet up and cheat on your potential partners at the time, just to have, like, a secret weekend out to be together. Like, I feel like there's this feeling that you two will meet up again in the future and, like, hook up and, like, see each other in that way throughout life once in a while, because you guys have feeling for each other, and they feel like you're wrong for wanting to do that, or they're wrong for wanting to do that, or something like that. But also another possibility is that, like, in the future, they might think about you so much that they might try to get you back by giving you a gift, and maybe trying to take another chance to see if you're available, if you'll take another chance on them again, chance on this relationship again. Yeah, they might do well in life, and they might feel like I don't know, they might get might get a lot of money later on. Not a lot of money, but they might do well financially or materially. And they might want to give you a gift in order to be back in your good graces, kind of thing. You know, maybe they don't like the way how they handle things between you, and they kind of want to, you know, have a kind of a reconciliation or like kind of closure with you, and like give you some money or a gift or something like that, jewelry. I don't know, something that you've always wanted, a nice watch, I don't know, something. Because they're doing well, and they're just like, oh yeah, like I want to see how that person's doing, and like maybe we can rekindle something, or maybe we can just have some closure, and like maybe I can like ask for their forgiveness, or you know, have no hard feelings between each other. I just want to make sure that they're okay, kind of thing. So there seems like there might be a potential meeting in the future between the two of you, but it might not be, you know, it might be rekindling something, or might be just kind of, you guys know that you will see each other once in a while in the future. Ooh. Okay, 9 of Cups in reverse, and the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So I feel like there's always going to be that feeling of like not really appreciating what was really there, the potential that this connection had in the past. One or both of you didn't see it, or maybe you guys overindulged in this connection, like things happened too fast, and therefore things got kind of messed up. But there's this feeling that you guys are going to be always constantly thinking about each other, like what if, like, you know, we ended up together, or what if we, you know, stayed in a relationship, or what if like we took a chance, or what if we went further, or something. This kind of feeling of like, what if things went differently between the two of us in the past? Would we be together now? Or, you know, like, what if I connect with them now? Like, would things be different? Do you think they changed? Do you think I've changed enough, or something like that? There's always that kind of feeling with them in regards to you. Wow, 7 of Cups twice. You see that? That's crazy. But every time I feel like they do think about you, they're like, no. Things happen the way that they happen for a reason. You know, like, I think I made the right choice. You know, whatever choice they made in regards to you, they feel like they made the right choice. Like, so they think about it, and then they're like, no, I made the right choice. Like, I think I did the right thing. But they'll never know, and that kind of bugs them. They'll never know what would have happened if things went differently in the past, and that kind of bugs them. And so they kind of always have this kind of like open-ended, there's always this open-ended feeling between the two of you, because things never really fully closed, because they always kept the option of you open, you know, like maybe in the future, you know, if things go, like, I'm pretty sure with my life now, but if things end up being differently, like, who knows what happens in the future. Maybe in the future, maybe when we're both old, maybe we'll both like divorce, or maybe we'll both end up liking the same things later in life, or, you know, like, it's like you never know. And this person like never fully closed the door on you, even though like in the physical it definitely seems like that. Yeah, and they'll never tell you to. They'll never tell you to. I feel like they keep this to themselves, that they think about you sometimes and wonder, like, what if, and what if I gave this a chance? What if I say something to them now? Like they always think about you once in a while, here and there, but they'll never admit that. Then they'll never admit that. You see this like strong, like gray and red theme here. So red is kind of like passion and fire and beauty, but also is like the color of blood and anger and danger, right? And gray is kind of the color of like wisdom. You see the swords indicating wisdom, but it's also associated with mourning, being sad, humility, and not making a decision. So it's kind of like there was a lot of fire and passion and beauty in this connection. So I feel like you guys came together for a very short time and it burned out just as quickly as it heated up between the two of you. And I feel like it's because the way things happen, maybe because things happened so quickly, or because there was so much passion that like it's kind of like scared the other person off, or you know, maybe you guys both made each other angry or told each other too much deep dark secrets right off the bat, and it was just kind of too intense and too much. It's like, oh no, this person wants too much from me, or oh no, like this person, like red flag. But really, like there was good potential, like there's potential for a good relationship. But it's kind of like you can't take back a first impression, or you might not be able to take back like what happened in that short relationship or that short meeting or whatever happened between the two of you. And it's like for some people it's like you just can't get past those kinds of memories, you know. It's like every time you know see that person, it's like it brings up all those nasty things that happened in the past again, and it's just like, you know, that person is just not an option for you in life anymore, you know. But there's kind of like that feeling of like with them that like, you know, sad about that, you know, like, oh, we could have really had something if we didn't really mess it up in the beginning, right? But they have humility, so they're taking ownership for their part of the mess that was made. And you know, I don't know, I feel like they're trying to take control of their life, because leaving something open-ended doesn't feel good, you know, to have that like nagging feeling once in a while for the rest of your life. Like it's like I wish I just got like a yes or no. Like I wish I just knew, you know, like is there something really big between us, or would this always be something that bothers us, like the thing that happened between us in the past, or can we get through it? Can we get over it? Or, you know, is it worth it to leave the person I'm with to try it out with this person? Or is it worth it to give a shot? And like, you know, what if like it bothers us, but it's like we find out like years later and it's like too late to, I don't know, like, you know, there's a lot of what ifs and confusion with this person. And it's not like they think about you all the time, but like once in a great while. I thought, oh my gosh, look at that Ace of Cups in reverse twice. Wow. I thought about taking a trip with you. I have a gift for you. So I do think this person potentially reaches out in the future, you know, but I'm getting like distant future, so I wouldn't be too excited. Like years, definitely years. Wow, King of Swords. So I feel like for most of them, they do reach out. Look at how many double cards we have here. The 2 7 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the King of Swords. They might want to reach out to you on friendly terms, or they might want to reach out to you as a third party to maybe like have like an affair, a secret affair with you. or they might want to reach out to you to see if you guys can be friends. Yeah. Or they want to reach out to you to see if they can leave things on like good terms at least. So that's what I'm feeling with this person. So I'm sorry if this is someone that you're hoping to be with, but I hope at least this gives you enough information to know that you should maybe move on. You know, it's always good to have like an answer, right? I hope you got something out of this reading that really helps you positively. If it did, please leave a like and a comment if it resonated. You know, you can always check out another pile to see a connection with a different person or someone that may be coming into your life. And besides that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a week filled with blessings and miracles, and I wish you so much love, light, and peace.